I'm just going to share that I'm going to provide context before the question that is not on the slide that you see, but the question that is asked is on the slide. The first question is, public schools are being attacked across the country. In California, the way schools are funded impacts the capacity to operate them effectively. Here in San Francisco, several elected officials from both the Board of Education and the Board of Supervisors, seemingly the only remedy that they thought to restore schools was to consolidate its programs. Parents and communities are against school closures and mergers with the belief that it is a way to offer leases to other organizations and or increase revenue, leaving them to feel like a commodity. So here is the question. What is your stance of the school closures as it relates to San Francisco Unified School District?
Sure. So, well, basically, school closures in my mind are a bad idea for mainly the reason that we have a financial crisis, and until we understand the cause of that crisis, closing schools will not help, because as long as the underlying cause remains intact, we're still going to continue to bleed money no matter how many schools we close. So my big motivation is getting a grip on our spending. So as I told you, I had my own school, and I did some quick calculations. So my school, each student basically brought in about $800 per child. Compare that to about $26,000 that each public school child brings in. So each public school child brings in about 30 times the revenue my school brought in, but they have to support 10,000 teachers. Compare that to my school, we had a staff of about 12. So immediately in my mind, that was a red flag. It's unsustainable. It's bloated. We got to figure out a way to reduce payroll. And those aren't easy decisions because you're dealing with, people's jobs. But at the end of the day, if we don't, we're going to be faced with these school closures. So we have to pick one or the other. And in my mind, I'd rather reduce the payroll. That is the biggest expense when you run a school than have to close schools. Thank you.
We needed to do a better job to balance our budget. Otherwise, we would have to close schools. And that was 2 years ago. It is now 2 years later, and we haven't done anything to fix that. So now we are faced with a need to consolidate our resources. And when I say consolidate resources, it's not just closing schools. It is actually fully funding the classrooms that, I'm sorry, fully funding the classrooms that, hold on a second. Consolidating resources also means fully staffing the classrooms. And if we have too many schools open with not enough teachers, our students suffer. So that is one of the main reasons that I am supportive of consolidating schools.